Hello and welcome. I hope things are going well for you. Today's exciting episode is my sewing plans for this month. And this month, yes, it looks a little black and white. Don't adjust your television set if you're watching on TV because it's monochrome month. It's black and white and, well, also grey and silver, but mainly black and white. So let's take a look at my sewing plans for May 2023. It's perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Perfect jacket. So first up, the next episode is on May the 4th, which is Star Wars Day. So I've got a black dress and it's a summer dress, but it's got a hood, so it's Darth Vader-ish. So I'm not really a Star Wars person, but last year, in the first episode in May, I made a Baby Yoda t-shirt. And you know the Muppet Babies? Well, I used to have a t-shirt that had a baby Darth Vader on it. So I assumed there was like a Star Wars version of Muppet Babies. Apparently there's not. Anyway, I used to have a top with a baby, a Muppet Baby Darth Vader on it. And anyway, that's why I made that dress. So I don't like bad people or anything like that. Anywho, so that's the first episode. So then I've got all these black and white tweeds that I want to work on. This is another unfinished project. It's the bodice and sleeves for a dress, but I never ended up making the skirt for it. So I've got a couple of other metallics, black with like gold stars and one with gold spider webs. So yeah, I really need to finish that. I mean, I was thinking about making it into a top, but it's too cropped. And I was thinking about turning it into a jacket. But again, yeah, no, I'd rather it as a dress. This is another dress. It's going to be a layer cake dress with a Scream fabric, a Halloween fabric, and a Daisy fabric. It is such a cute combination. But I also bought a couple of black and white fabrics just in case I want to add some. And these are new fabrics. Oops, I fell off the no buying fabric wagon. So I thought I might do a fabric haul. And yeah, this is just a slow pan up my girly Darth Vader dress. I sort of readjusted the hood so you can sort of see it. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm wearing a hoodie as I speak, so I feel very much like, the Kermit the Frog with the hoodie? Yeah. But don't worry, I won't do a stupid voice. Anyway, it's a very, very cool dress. And what I love about it is that it doesn't have puffy sleeves so that I can wear long t-shirts underneath it in winter as well. So I'm going to be able to wear it all year round. I probably won't wear it in the summer months because it's black and, black absorbs heat. So but yeah, it's going to be so cool. And also, while I was busy buying up more fabrics, I also bought some patterns that I've been putting off buying for ages, those vintage Vogue ones. I finally bought them, and there's some Butterick and Simplicity as well. And so I might do a pattern haul, but also I'm going to do a KonMari my patterns because look at this mess. Look at this mess. I mean, they're gorgeous patterns, but how can you find anything in this absolute chaos? So yeah, I need to find a new system. Like last month, I was like, right, I'm going to KonMari my fabrics. I'm going to KonMari my UFOs and make them all. And then I'm going to KonMari my beads and I'm going to KonMari my patterns. I did do my fabrics, to be fair, and I did make an amazing amount of the UFOs. I did finish like over a dozen of those, but I didn't get to my patterns. So yeah, and then I went and bought some more anyway. So yeah, I'm going to do a KonMari my patterns, and I've collected a few more cardboard boxes because I had them in a storage box and then a shoe box for the ones I was actually using. But that system is so completely not working. So yeah, I will have to try something new. Anyway, so there's that episode. But then I also have these tweeds. So at the moment, the only black jacket I have is my real Chanel one. And that's almost 15 years old now. So it is time, well and truly, for me to make a black jacket for myself, something I've made. And yeah, so I've got all these fabrics out as well as some black and white ones. So this is the Chanel style fabric, or a Lesage style tweed. And yeah, I just love it so much. I really, really want to make this into a vintage Chanel style jacket. So something that's a little bit baggier so that I can really, really weigh it down with a lot of beads. This one is yeah, I kind of want it to look like this, but obviously in a different colorway. And this is the same thing. It's a really, really expensive, gorgeous tweed. And then I've just overbeaded it with hundreds and thousands of beads. So I kind of want to do the same one with that ribbon tweed. So I'll have to have a really strong structural layer. This one I needed to put 3 layers of netting underneath it just because it's such a fragile tweed. And yeah, it looks like it doesn't have any support. It just looks so beautiful. So that worked really well. So I'm hoping I'll do that again, but in different colorway. This one I love just because it's so classic. And this is mesh. And I was thinking maybe, because I collect yarns as well as tweeds, because of course I do. So I was thinking maybe I could thread yarns through there and ribbons, and maybe plait a couple of threads and yarns together and make my own tweed. But I don't really have that much time, so maybe I'll say that for another time. But I still really love the idea. This is another Chanel style or French style tweed, and it's not really catching the light, but it's got these minuscule micro sequins in there. They're silver, and it sparkles so beautifully. If you go out during the day, the daylight just glistens off it. It's gorgeous. This is a sequin fabric, so I have a pair of very blunt scissors, so maybe it's time to make a sequin jacket. I think I've got 1, maybe 2 sequin jackets. And so that one's a bright silver one. I've also got a white one, which is really super expensive, and a steel grey one you'll see in a second. This is a Linton tweed in cream and black. And it's similar to something that Lesage did for Chanel that was these tiny little concrete tiles. And yeah, so I just love that tweed. This is a Chanel tweed, and this is, if you saw my design inspo video from last month, I talked about doing a deconstructed jacket that's really cropped, and then the bottom half of the jacket is just strings that are sort of unraveling from the actual tweed. That's the tweed I had in mind when I was talking about that. This is just sort of a standard black and white one. Standard by my standards, so it's pretty special, but yeah, it's pretty also quite classic, and I could wear it in a business type environment. So I really want to make this one up into a jacket. I'm not sure how I'll bead it. I've got some gorgeous ivory pearls, but the white in this is very white. So yeah, I'm not sure how I'm going to bead that. This is the steel grey sequins. I'm sort of going down to the bright silver and then coming back up to the steel grey. So I'm not sure if you can tell how dark it is, but it plays off the light really beautifully, but it's actually quite dark. And this is a lame, a black fabric. If you saw my March videos, I had a green fabric that was metallic. This is the black version of it, but now that I'm editing it and doing the voiceover, it kind of looks like plastic or rubber or something. It looks, yeah, it's very weird. So that's going to be a challenge to work with, just because it's so delicate but looks so bulky. It's really odd. Anyway, this is a 3-dimensional Linton tweed, from Linton Tweeds in the UK. It's got all these black flagged bits, and then underneath is green. So I was thinking with this one, once the jacket is made, I'll do the beads in really dark green and black beads, and that will look fabulous. This is leftover from Rainbow Month. It's a sort of really dark rainbow fabric, and it looks like it's tie-dyed or something, and I thought it would get away with doing it in Black Month just because I really want this jacket so much, and I haven't gotten around to it. So there are quite a few of them there, but I absolutely love all of them. So yeah, there's quite a lot going on, quite a lot that I want to get done. But I've already made a couple of episodes. This is a UFO that I made last month, and so you'll be seeing that episode this month. You'll also be seeing the girly Darth Vader dress, and then I have a style video episode that just looks at style uniforms. So some people wear a very distinctive style, and it sort of becomes their uniform. And I just look at examples of that and talk about how you can do that for yourself, and you sort of really lean into who you are and expressing yourself. I'm also going to do another design dream makes video, but a black and white themed one. So I'm just going to look at like a dozen or so really, really gorgeous pieces from designers and look at how I might use them as inspiration to create my own pieces. So yeah, and also I've just found out after I've finished recording everything, and then before I started editing and doing the voiceover, I found out that this month is Me Made May, which is a sewing challenge, and this is like the 13th year, and you're supposed to set your own pledge. So I think it's like make 9, but it's for a month, and some people, they just wear all their own clothes that they've made for themselves for 1 month, and they post a outfit of the day every single day. Or some people just go through all their wardrobe and upcycle things. Other people go through everything they've made and fix it, or but I think everyone does something different. So I don't really buy clothes. I mean, I buy activewear and I buy underwear, but that's about it. The rest is stuff that I make or I've had for years and years. So I'm going to do an episode of everything I made last month. But I think for Me Made May, I'll do a separate episode, and I don't know, I think I'll KonMari my wardrobe maybe, because I do have over 120 dresses now, they're in plague proportions. So I need a better system for, have you seen that movie, 27 Dresses, where she like crams 27 dresses into her one wardrobe in her New York apartment? Yeah. So I've ordered some storage boxes and we'll see. But you can see it behind her there. There are just all these massive dresses. I think it's because I've been making those maxi dresses. But to be fair, I was always going to use, whether you use 9 yards of fabric in one dress or 9 yards in 3 dresses, you're still going to end up with a lot of dresses. So I've got to do something. Those are my sewing and channel plans for this month. So thank you for watching, and come along, enjoy the chaos. There is bound to be a lot. And I'm going to go start sewing. Oh, if you are doing the Me Made May, gosh, that's hard to say, pledge or challenge, sewing challenge, whatever you call it, feel free to leave a comment below and tell me what you're doing, what your pledge or what your actions are for this month. Because, I kind of need some ideas. I'm going to go watch a couple of videos. But, I think I'll just KonMari my wardrobe. Because I think if I clear out my wardrobe and just have stuff that I have to hem in my wardrobe, and then I keep all the rest like in storage boxes. I know it sounds a bit weird, but I think that will work better for me because I just have so many dresses that I have to hem. It is ridiculous. And then I can do kind of the same thing I do with my jackets. Like my jackets, I just have like a handful out, and then I sort of put them away, and then I get another batch out. And I think if I do the same thing with my dresses, only have 1 dozen out at a time, wear them for a while, then hand pick another dozen and sort of wash them all, put them away, and then get out the next batch. It's just more fun because you get to discover new things. So it works for me. I'm not saying it's going to work for everyone, but I think I'll feel more calm and less chaotic if I do that. Anyway, thanks again for watching. These are my sewing plans. I shall now go do stuff. Okay, happy sewing.